You are listening to Comedy Club for Kids presents Radio Nonsense, Radio Nonsense, Radio Nonsense, Radio Nonsense, Radio Nonsense. Hello you and welcome to Radio Nonsense, the official Comedy Club for Kids podcast for all ages from to and everything in between. I hope you had a lovely, lovely Christmas if you did that sort of thing, or if you didn't do the Christmas thing, then I hope you had an excellent day wandering around shouting rude words very loudly because no one could stop you as they were too full of Christmas dinner to do anything about it. This is a special bonus episode to end the year and help you fill that really weird week between Christmas and New Year, well, when sort of time seems never ending and no one can remember what day it is or what time it is, and you seem to have chocolate and cheese for every single meal. What you're about to hear, the brilliant listeners who subscribe to this show, is a recording of our very first Radio Nonsense Live, which happened at the South Bank Centre in London on October the 26th, 2022. The guests were the brilliant and very, very funny Athena Kugblenu and Norris, and we took lots of audience members' questions live. And as you'll hear, they were nearly all about just one subject. Oh my goodness. We had an awful lot of fun though, and hopefully we will get to do it all again in 2023, maybe somewhere near you. I do hope you enjoy this hour of absolute silliness and possible, maybe even Linda appearance, though of course only those that were at the show will be able to tell you for sure if she was really there. Enjoy Radio Nonsense Live.
You are watching live what cats are made of. I think that's right, isn't it? Purcells. Just loads of them, and that's how you make a cat. So I'm honoured to be in the room named after what cats are made of. And this is Radio Nonsense Live, which I don't know why it's called live. I hope that doesn't mean our normal podcast is dead. I don't think so. I think this is just live. Should have been called Radio Nonsense Happening Right Now in Your Face. That would have been a better name. And my name is Tiernan, and for any of you that listen to podcasts normally, this is what I look like, which might be a shock to you. You might have thought, I'm sure he's 12 foot high with tentacles and a big hat. No. If this is disappointing, just close your eyes and imagine someone that is 12 foot high with tentacles and a hat. And maybe it'll make the show go better. Now, listen, it's so exciting to see all of you here today. Give me a cheer if you listen to the Radio Nonsense podcast. That is very exciting. So quite a few of you and some ghosts. Excellent. And possibly an owl. I'm not sure. That is very exciting. Good. Well, in which case, for those of you who didn't share, I'm going to explain in a minute, but for those of you who did, I'd just like to know how you listen to our show. Do you listen to it with your ears? Give me a cheer. Yes, okay. Do you listen to it with your elbows? Give me a cheer. Knees? Bums? A few, always a few. That's good. You're very welcome. However you listen to our show, I'm very pleased that you're here. And can I check how old you all are? Can you just shout out your age on the count of 3? Oh my goodness! I said on the count of 3, and you went, it's 3 now! Okay, 1, 2, 3. Okay, I don't think I heard any 100-year-olds in there, so that's good. I'm just checking because this show is suitable for all ages from to scuba diving and everything in between. and it's not suitable for 100-year-olds. It's fine if you're 101, that's fine. If you're 99, also fine. 100, you get a letter from the king, you don't need this show, all right? Just back off, okay? So I'm just checking. If there are any of you in, just keep quiet, all right? You're allowed for now, but so tricky. And I just need to check, was there anyone here that's not for Comedy Club for Kids, but you're actually for the Comedy Club for Squids radio Squid Sense show? Because that is happening in the Thames outside. It's quite cold, so I wouldn't... It's very boring. It's all about what ink is the bear. It's really tedious, so just don't worry about that. Well, listen, welcome to you all. Thank you for coming. And if you aren't a listener to the show, and this is probably very confusing for you right now, you're thinking, what is going on? Children are shouting before it's even got to number 3. What happens in Radio Nonsense is I find the best expert comedians from all over the globe and sometimes space, and they answer any questions you have in the world. And we're going to be doing some of that today. So get thinking now, get thinking about questions. And I should also say that we're going to be recording today's show for a podcast. So if you want to ask a question, please make sure that your wheezy, cheese-headed wallies, I'm sorry, grown-ups, are very happy for you to be recorded asking your question. So let me check. I've got quite a lot of admin. You're all here. That's good. I'm here. That's good. It's very strange because normally, if you do listen to podcasts, normally I don't do this on the stage. There's not normally people here. I normally record this in Comedy Club for Kids HQ, where I'm surrounded by farting animals, which you can see on the back. I wasn't allowed to bring them in today. Security checked my bag. It smelt too bad. I had to leave it. It's in the Thames now. That's going to really ruin the Comedy Club for Squids podcast. Okay, well, anyway. So normally normally the stinky hippos, the smell makes me feel sick. You know, there's all those things. And of course, at Comedy Club for Kids HQ, I don't know if you noticed, but sometimes I ask for coffee from Linda. I don't know if you know about this, but I don't know if she's coming today. That's what I wanted to check. Hang on, let me just... Sorry, Linda! Linda, where's my coffee? Linda!
Sorry, I forgot it.
Linda? Are you a Linda? You're a Linda and you've forgotten it? Oh, well, this is useless. That's not the Linda. Let me check. You might not be the Linda then. Hang on. Linda! Linda? There's one here. You've got my coffee? Oh, that's... This is a banana. Linda, it's not even a real banana. This is useless. Useless, Linda. Useless, Linda. This is ridiculous. Was that even... Are you even a Linda? Was that even a Linda? Who is Linda? Where is Linda? Right, well, I don't know what's going on there, but we will find out as the show goes on, I'm sure. Now, listen, as I said before, I need your questions. We've had some amazing questions sent into the podcast to date. What is the opposite of peanut butter? Does a poo? The Halloween episode that's gone out today included what does a witch's fart look like? You know, these are all very serious, very important questions, and I want to be able to deal with your questions. Like, you've got loads of questions, children. You're always asking, why? And you wheezy, cheese-headed wallies, sorry, grown-ups, they're not good at answering them, are they? They always say things like, go away, in a minute, I'm at work. What are you doing at my work? How did you get to my work? Go away, why aren't you at school? They say really annoying things like that. And we're here to answer your questions properly, so I want you to think about them. And I just want to say, I don't know how many of your questions we're going to get through today. We might get through 7,402,000,000. Unlikely, we might. If they're very quick ones, we might get through just 2 or 3. So please be patient. And obviously, if you don't get your question asked, you can definitely email it in to the show and we'll answer it on there. Now, this is so exciting that you're all here. I'm not doing this by myself, obviously. Obviously, right? Because if you listen to podcasts, I don't answer the questions. I get experts to answer the question. I'm an idiot. I've got no idea. So I get experts in. And today I am joined by two of the very best experts we've had on the show, I have to tell you. So could I please get a big round of applause and a whoop and a cheer around the room? Please, start it now. Whooping, cheering. And can we welcome to the stage Athena, Kugblenu and Norris. Thank goodness, listen, I'm so pleased that you two could be here. We've got a lot of asking children out there. Are you both well?
Yeah, doing great.
Yeah?
Excellent, yeah.
You're excellent.
Excellent,
wow.
yeah.
That's very good. Right, well, I mean, because I know that you've both been very busy. Athena, obviously, you've just got back from your travelling around the world, critiquing and reviewing every single slide, which sounds like that was quite exhausting.
Yeah, I mean, it had to be done. You know, for too long now, there have been some slides that are too slimy, some too dry. Yeah, you've been stuck on a slide, Tiernan?
Do you know what? I've been stuck on a slide many a time, actually, and I don't enjoy it. It's not my favourite pastime.
Some slides. Have you ever done turtling, where you go down a slide head first?
Yes.
That's a trick question. That's illegal, police.
What? Oh,
police!
No.
Get him out. Get him out.
Can I just clarify? When I said I have done that, I meant that I once had a dream.
Oh, okay. So police, stand down.
The slide turned into a swan, and it gave me a sandwich.
Okay, it's fine.
So don't worry. Yeah, don't worry.
I've had that dream actually.
It's funny.
Yeah,
isn't
it's
it?
spooky. Yeah.
Did you have it after eating a lot of spaghetti?
Yeah.
Very
7
strange.
bowls.
Right.
And I've learned now 6 is my limit.
Absolutely.
I can't go over it again.
Do you know what?
Very
I
funny.
had 6 bowls spaghetti for lunch. I won't have the 7th.
Yeah.
Because of that.
Ease
I
off.
won't.
Very sensible.
Yeah.
So, Athena, can I ask? I just want to ask because clarify. Was there a slide that you thought was the best slide?
Oh, you want me to answer that now? Because if I declare what the best slide is, all the kids are going to leave and go to it.
Yeah.
Oh.
Could you tell us the worst slide so that then everybody knows they should stay here rather than going to that terrible slide?
I can tell you the worst slide.
Okay.
Actually, there's this volcano, right? There's this volcano, and believe it or not, someone stuck a slide that goes into the volcano.
That's ridiculous.
And so, kids, when your parents say don't go up that slide, you know, that goes into the volcano, like, please do what your parents say. Normally I say ignore them, but on that day, when you're at the slide volcano...
That is ridiculous.
Yeah.
I think it sounds quite fun, a slide that goes into a volcano.
It's
Would
fun.
you guys go on a slide that goes into a volcano? Yeah. These guys want to go on it.
Yeah, well, each to their own. That's fair. I suppose on a really cold day, it could be quite easy to warm up your bum. Yeah, that's fair. Well, thank you, Athena. And you know, Joz, I know you've been very busy
very
because
busy.
you've been covering for Alexa and Siri while they've been on holiday leave.
Yes, that's been very
that is
tiring.
a hard job.
Yeah. And you might not realise this, guys, but a lot of people think that Alexa and Siri are all pre-recorded and all the words are in there, but there's somebody, and most recently it's been me, is in the call centre. So every time you ask Alexa or Siri for something, I get a notification, and then I have to answer your question. And it's very tiring because I've got to switch between the characters, and I've got to remember all the kind of backstory for both of them.
Can I ask, how do you do the different... how do you change between the two? What's the voice difference?
So Siri is much more quite sort of authoritarian. So if you ask something of Siri, he'll say, yes, I can help you with that. You need to take this, and that's quite slow. Alexa normally is a very sort of lilting female voice, but I can't really do that. So when I've been doing Alexa, I've just been replying like this. I've just made it go real kind of Woody Woodpecker, just for a bit of fun, really.
That's it. Could I say, Alexa, how do I make a sandwich?
Get 1 piece of bread and then put whatever you want in between the bread and then another piece of bread on top. Thanks for using Alexa.
Alexa, what do eyes taste like?
They taste disgusting. Don't do it. You shouldn't even think about it. Put them back in your skull right now.
Wow.
That's been the sort of level in the last couple of weeks.
That is, it's very impressive. I mean, what an honour, but the celebrity in the room, you know, Alexa and...
A lot of people have been quite looking forward to me leaving and getting the normal Alexa voice back, actually. They've all said it's quite grating and horrible to listen to. So that's been tough, that feedback. But it has kept me busy.
Yeah, good. Well listen, I appreciate that you've both taken time out of your busy schedules to join us all here today. And obviously, we're going to go to audience questions in a minute, because it's important that we get through as many as we can. But I just want to check that this show, well, today it's live, but normally this is an audio podcast, and as you might have heard, a lot of the audience listen to it with their ears, but also their bums, their knees, their elbows. And I just wondered if, we'll start with you, Athena, if you had a favourite noise that you could make for us, but perhaps because it's live, if there's an action or a face that goes with it.
Yeah, I actually brought it along with me. It's called... I brought my favourite noise with me.
What? You brought a noise with you? I mean, that's incredible.
Yeah, thank you. I don't like to brag. But,
wow, okay.
And it's my emergency trombone.
Wow, okay. Right.
Wow.
This is very exciting, everyone. Yeah.
Okay, so you listening?
Yeah.
Big ears, listen. It's emergency trombone. Do you get it? It's a siren. That's my favourite noise. I brought it with me.
It's very. So hang on, can I? Yeah, I'm slightly confused there because normally. Because when I've heard that sound before, it's on an ambulance. It's like an ambulance. It's on an emergency vehicle. Is there someone playing the trombone in every ambulance?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, in every ambulance, that's what makes the noise. It's an emergency trombone, and it's a guy that sat on the ambulance going
on the roof.
Wow.
Yeah, because otherwise you wouldn't. Because the guy is wearing a hat, and the hat is that light.
Looks like the blue line.
Right.
Yeah.
That feels very unsafe to me, but I suppose they know what they're doing. They're very professional. Well, thank you, Athena. That's a fantastic noise. And Jos, I wondered if you also have a favourite noise.
Yeah, my favourite noise is the noise of a sort of a snuffling, grunting pig. It's my favourite noise of all. So something along the lines of... I never get tired of hearing that noise. I think it's great.
That was...
Because I just admire their honesty. You know, pigs don't mind if they sound disgusting or greedy or if they sort of grunt around. They live their lives and they get on with it. And I think there's a lot to learn from that.
But do you think, because you say that, but I've heard, that in pig society, if at the end of the meal you go, that was delicious, all the other pigs go, you're so rude!
Oh, so actually it's a very polite thing to go...
Yeah, that's what I've heard.
Oh, well, that completely changes it. It's immediately gone to my least favourite noise.
Well, I'm sorry to ruin it for you.
Yeah, that's a real shame.
Can I just check if anyone in the audience, on the count of 3, if you want to make your favourite noise as well, that would be fantastic. We'll just all together, count of 3, if you remember how that works, right? 1, 2, 3. Oh, wow. Wow, there's some very, very good noises in the audience today. And
there's a good noise on there.
Thank you very much. I have to say I'm slightly concerned because there's either several people making fart noises or a lot of you need to go and change your trousers quite quickly, but we'll wait and see. Well, thank you very much. And of course, just the other bit of admin. I am sorry, everyone. Sometimes you have to do admin when it's an important show like this, but this is a family-friendly show, as I've explained. It's suitable for all ages, from to and everything in between, and not 100-year-olds. So get it. I said it before, but please get out. But I just wondered if you have any rude words that you definitely won't be saying.
Oh, of course, yeah. Well, yes. I'm absolutely not going to be calling anybody a flonkhead all day. No. I'm not going to be throwing that at anyone in the audience or either of you.
Please
it's a horrible thing to call someone. I won't be using that.
Please don't call anyone a flankhead, because that would be awful. How about you, Athena?
I'm going to try and avoid using the word dangly.
Yeah. Don't say dangly. Yeah.
Dangly is just a terrible word. When you say dangly, all kinds of things come to mind. What comes into your mind, Jos, when I say the word dangly?
Rotten apples. Rotten apples just sort of hanging from the tree, dangling.
Yes.
Not nice.
I was thinking about that 7th bowl of spaghetti that made me have the funny dream. Yeah, it's horrible.
Yes.
Well, thank you for not saying dangly or flunkhead. And I just want to let you all know, I will not be saying lollapalooza. It is a horrendous word. And I know that I'd get a lot of complaints, and the venue would get complaints if anyone even vaguely mentioned lollapalooza. It won't be said during this show, so thank you. Right, so now... we're going to go to audience questions now. I'm so pleased that you two could be here, as I said. So just remember, you are going to be recorded. I'm going to just... let me give this microphone to one of the... Richard over there, hang on. That's for you. So what I would like is, if you've got a question that you need answering today, please put your hand up and we'll pick someone. And I want you, when you tell Richard your question into the microphone, I would like you to give us your name, your age... and then you can ask your question. So let's start. Let's have a look. Oh, there's a lot of hands. I like this person with their eyes closed because it looks like you're asleep. Well, is it? I don't know if it's sleep question. So just second row there with the white t-shirt with what's on your? I can't see what's on your t-shirt. Is that boat? Surf. Okay. Okay, go on. What's your name?
Ferdia.
Sorry?
Ferdia.
Ferdia?
Yeah.
Yeah, Ferdia. Brilliant. And how old are you, Ferdia?
8.
8. Excellent. Okay. You didn't seem very sure about that. Are you only just 8, or have you been 8 for so long, like more than a year, that it's got confusing?
No.
No. Okay. Just checking. And what's your question, Ferdia, that you'd like our experts to answer today?
Do your farting animals fart?
Hang on a second. I just want to clarify. Just to clarify this for them. Is it, do your farting animals fart, or is it, do your farting animals fart?
Do your farting animals fart?
Do your farting animals fart? Do your farting animals fart? We should then, of course, create a farting fart. This is a very important question. Well, listen, again, it's very lucky that we. Thank you very much, Fredia, for your question. It's a very really deep question for 8 years old. Actually, I would say. Obviously, we've got our farting animals up behind us. A selection. Those are the ones I was allowed to bring today. Let's see. I mean, who would like to start with this?
Well, I think it's a very deep question, a very philosophical question. You know, I think a lot of debate around farts tends to end with the fart itself. So I think pushing a little bit further and saying, but wait, what about that fart? Can it fart? And what about that fart? I think that shows a real kind of insight into the issue that I think we ought to be taking more seriously. So I think it's a wonderful question. I think it probably depends on the animal, doesn't it?
This is the answer to the question.
Wow.
Yes. I love this podcast because you ask the questions here that people are afraid to ask everywhere else.
Well, that's it. We're not afraid of any questions here. You can ask whatever you like. Yeah, that's it.
Did you know everything that is created in this world, it stays in this world, but it just changes? Nothing can be eliminated. Okay, that includes farts. Farts are like radioactive things. They have half-lives. They don't go away. They just divide and divide and divide and divide. But they never disappear. For example, you get a piece of paper, tear it in half, tear it in half again, tear it in half again, tear it in half again. You can do that infinitely. That's how farts work. So the answer is, does a fart? Yes, infinitely.
And does a farts fart?
Thank you. No, around the
I think it's fair.
Now, clap for science. Come on, clap for science.
I'm very impressed.
Yes.
But listen, I have a say. I would like to know, because obviously, let's just say a farting hippo might fart with, and then probably a farting hippo's fart might be a, and then a farting hippo's fart might be a. But at what frequency can we no longer hear it? And at what frequency can we no longer smell it?
You can hear it if you're a good boy and a good girl. Okay? So, be good, and you can hear farts forever.
Wow.
Parents, you're welcome.
Yeah. Is that something that Father Christmas knows of you being good, probably by how many farts you've heard that year?
Yeah. He's got a big list.
Yeah, he's got a list, yeah.
And he goes through. And if it's more than, I think, 1,000, then you get an extra special treat.
Wow.
So you've really got to keep your ears open.
Wow, I mean, that's... Giles, what's the smallest fart you've ever heard?
I once heard a worm's farts.
God, you must be an angel.
Yeah, it's about 6 kind of generations of fart down, which is almost completely inaudible. You've got to be sitting in real silence, and you've got to find a kind of like quite a meditative Zen state of calm in order to hear those farts. But when you hear them, it's a really profound moment. You really feel like you've connected with the universe on some level.
Can I touch you, please?
Yeah, please. Yeah,
iconic.
Yeah.
Oh,
wow.
It's incredible.
I mean,
amazing.
Well,
what about you, Tin? And what's the smallest fart you've heard?
I mean, I'm starting to worry now that I've not been very good, because I heard a duck-billed platypus's farts fart, but then that was it.
Yeah.
And I worry that there was that one time I didn't hold the door open for someone, and now I can't hear farts.
You know what you've got to do? Eat your dinner.
Yeah.
All of it. My dinner. Do I have to go to bed on time as well? This is awful. Right, this is awful news. Well, okay.
Oh, hang on. There is a rule though. Whoever smelt it dealt it. So
that was me. Sorry, that was me.
Sure.
As soon as that worm came in.
Yeah.
Right. Wow, well, I think we've all learned something. I've learned that I need to be just a better person in order to hear farts. But that was a very good answer. That was quite a quick answer,
Great
actually.
question.
Great question.
It was a very
really good question.
It has a very definite answer, and I like that. Thank you, Ferdia. I didn't expect to move on to the second question quite so quickly, but Richard, I wonder if we could, firstly, hang on, let me see. Can you give this to Ferdia? Can we give Ferdia a big round of applause for a question? Thank you. Now, this is tricky. There are a lot of hands up. Richard, I'm going to make you run around. Is that okay? Let's see who... well, you're quite far over there, but I like that you know you're going to fall over with your question. Over there, in dungarees, blue dungarees and glasses. Are you all right, or do you need a wee? I can't tell if you're an ask question or if you need a wee. If you need a wee, you can go for a wee. Oh, the mic's getting passed along. There we go. So, hello, what's your name?
Lily.
Lou?
No, Lily.
Lily.
Lily?
Yeah.
Right, for a second I thought you said Lou, but I think that was the wee thing. I was just getting confused. So, Lily, nice to meet you, Lily. How old are you, Lily?
I'm 9.
You're 9, brilliant. And you also seemed a bit unsure about that. Is that because if you stand on your head, you're 6?
What?
I'm just checking, it's fine. That's okay. So, Lily, thank you for asking your question. Can I ask what your question is?
What do hamsters' farts look like?
Wow, it's quite fart heavy, this show.
There's a
What do
real
hamsters'
theme.
farts look like? I mean, I should just say, obviously you're more than welcome for everyone to ask a fart question, but you also can ask about anything in the universe. I do understand the farts are probably one of the most important integral parts of the universe, though, so that is fair. Athena, what do hamsters' farts look like?
Every time a hamster farts, a chicken lays an egg. So, to answer that question, a hamster's fart looks like an egg. So whether you have scrambled eggs, omelettes, boiled eggs, mayonnaise is made out of eggs, that is because a hamster farted.
Hang on. I need to just... What about Easter eggs? They're chocolate eggs.
Oh, okay. That every time a gerbil farts, you get a chocolate egg.
Right.
Basically, it's a different rodent for each kind of egg.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. What do field mouses' farts turn into?
Cadbury's eggs, the little
the little ones.
The little ones, yeah.
Sure.
Yeah, the little
What
ones,
about is a weasel a rodent?
A weasel.
They fart pickled eggs.
Yeah, pickled eggs.
Pickled eggs.
Yeah.
All right.
Like from the
Pickled
fish and
eggs.
chip shop.
I'm trying to think of all the different rodents. A rat. What's a rat's fart?
I mean, Tina, we will run out of eggs. Just a heads up.
Sure. Yeah. Well, I know. But that's why because I'm new to this science thing. That's why I wanted to know.
You're absolutely right. You'd be surprised. You wouldn't connect them at quail's eggs.
Quail's
eggs,
right.
Yeah. Quail's eggs. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's so it looks like an egg. Is that something you've experienced? Have you ever had a pet hamster, Joseph?
I've had a pet guinea pig, which again, obviously, is a rodent. So
Ostrich
all of
eggs.
it- Yeah, ostrich eggs. Yeah.
yeah.
There's actually weirdly no correlation between the size. You can have a very large rodent, and its fart will take the form of a very small egg. Mini eggs actually are what's the largest rodent? Rabbits. Rabbits fart mini eggs, and that's why they're associated with
capybaras
Easter.
are quite big. They're those big sort of
Yeah, capybaras, I think it's duck eggs, that sort of nice duck egg blue.
Right,
That's
wow.
capybara.
It must be very awkward for a little rodent, though, because, like we were commenting earlier of who smelt it, dealt it.
Yeah.
Sometimes you try and get away with it. If you're in a lift and you need a fart and you're like, I hope no one notices, I'll just try and squeeze my bum and maybe it won't make a noise. But if you're a rodent, you're like, I hope no one notices, I've laid an egg! And then everyone will be like, you've definitely farted. And because there's a big egg here.
I think they've just learned to, like the pig noise we were talking about earlier, where that's actually a polite noise in pig society. I think in rodent society, you're actually encouraged to fart as much as possible because they know how much everybody loves eggs.
Oh, yeah.
Sure.
So it's become a sign of generosity, really.
Absolutely.
You should be doing it in every lift you go into if you're a guinea pig or a mouse.
Wow, well, that is fascinating. I had no idea. This is quite groundbreaking answers we're getting today, and I feel like we're reading through them quite quickly. I just wondered, actually, before we get to another question, Richard, would you be able to give Lily... I'll make you walk all the way over there again. Ha ha. Thanks, Richard. If you give Lily a book... Can we give Lily a round of applause for her question? I just want to check. I appreciate there's lots of hands up, but I'm really itching for a coffee. Linda, where's my coffee, Linda? This is really awkward. I didn't want a banana. So what?
Oh, yeah.
What was that? What is that? What is this? This isn't a coffee. This is a weird chameleon. Linda? Who is Linda? Very weird. Very weird. Right, well, I've got no idea what's going on. Right, so in which case, let's have another question. We've had this block. I can see you all waving at me. I'm going to go. You're sitting so politely and cross-legged. Can we have right down the front here? What's your name, firstly?
Liar.
Lila? Yeah? Cool. And what's your age?
7.
7, classic. And what's your question?
What happens if a rotten egg comes out of a guinea pig?
Oh, wow, okay, so we're following on. I mean, what's interesting, if you didn't hear that, is what happens if a rotten egg comes out of a guinea pig. I mean, I am very impressed because I thought that we might have a diverse range of questions, but you want to go in on this, and I like it. I appreciate that your thirst for knowledge is deep. You're like, no, we need to know everything about this egg fart scenario. So, Athena, you know the science here. What happens if a rotten egg comes out of a guinea pig?
The first thing you've got to do is look for the receipt for the guinea pig, okay?
Sure.
Because that means you've got to take it back to the guinea pig shop.
Yeah, something's gone wrong.
Imagine buying a guiney pig, right, and you think, I'm going to get my guinea pig egg, and it comes out and it's rotten. How much did you pay for the guinea pig? How much did you pay? Have you got the receipt? Because if you don't have the receipt, you have to get another guinea pig back. You don't get the money back, you just exchange the guinea pig.
Can I ask a controversial question here? Because I'm very sorry. You buy I thought guinea pigs just fell out of the sky on a particular Sunday.
No.
No?
Maybe
That's how I got my guinea pig. I was just walking in the park and suddenly just one fell on my head. Is that not how?
No, you get them from Woolworths. Or you used to be able to get them from Woolworths.
The audience won't have a clue.
But Woolworths has shut down.
That is. Yeah.
So now I think...
It's on the high street. Do you know what high street is?
No, they don't know what those are.
The internet.
Yeah, you get them on the internet.
And it was a place that was worth one bit of wool. That was what was amazing about it. You go in with one bit of wool and you can buy anything. Yeah. Yeah, sheeps just used to lord it around in there. Just buying everything. It was awful. So you buy a guinea pig?
Yeah. They usually have quite good deals on. There's usually sort of like 3 for 2 deals and that kind of thing, which is why you can often end up with a faulty one. You can end up with one that lays a rotten egg. But really, you ought to be making sure that you're on top of that and going to try and get a replacement, or what you can do is try and find a use for the rotten egg. You know, if you've ended up with a guinea pig that lays rotten eggs,
do you
then
have
you might
enemies?
have to...
If you've got enemies, take the rotten egg, put it in
Sneak it in their tea.
Wow.
Yes.
In their tea.
Yes.
Can I
crunch it up first so that it becomes a liquid, and then stir it into their tea instead of milk? It'll be disgusting. They'll love it. It's a great way to get revenge.
I'm a little bit concerned because I hope... Do any of you have enemies? I hope you don't. I hope you don't have... Do you two have enemies? Have you got, arch nemesis?
Yeah, Greg.
Greg?
Yeah,
right.
This guy, Greg.
Why is Greg your enemy?
Well, Greg also had a stint doing the voices of Siri and Alexa and was very, very popular. People loved him.
Sure,
People really loved the voices he came out with. So I'm now really trying to find ways to sneak just the most disgusting flavours into every drink that Greg drinks. So I think rotten eggs is a great idea for me to try. And just generally, I guess, all the kind of eggs produced by rodents all around the world, I think will be a good thing for me to sneak in.
Sure. Athena, do you have an arch nemesis?
Yeah, Tony the squirrel.
Oh.
Right.
Yeah.
Why? What's Tony done?
I just keep asking him, why are you called Tony? Why don't you have a squirrel name, like Nugget? But he's not called Nugget the squirrel, he's called Tony, and he won't tell me why he's got... I feel like Nugget the squirrel is just a squirrel, but Tony the squirrel has a backstory.
Yeah.
And he won't share it with me.
How do you know that his name's Tony? Has he introduced himself to you in that way?
He's got a little T-shirt that says, my name is Tony.
With his name tag, right.
Joss, come on.
Yeah.
I don't want to concern you, but it does sound like you're dealing with a boss squirrel, and I just want to warn you that may have consequences. They can be in charge of other squirrels.
Yeah.
Before you know it, they'll take everything from your kitchen and bury it in the nearest park, and you won't get it till winter.
You know what? I haven't seen my Kenwood chef in a while.
Well,
maybe the squirrel took it.
It's a
food mixer. He might have nicked it. And
it's very tricky.
He had a Victoria sponge the other day.
Yeah.
He must have used it to make it.
Wow. Well, I mean, you've got to be careful with Busker. They will create fabulous cakes from your ingredients. You've got to be careful. Just be careful out there, especially when you see squirrels in the park.
How often do you see him? Is this a daily thing that you encounter?
Twice a day. He's like medicine.
Wow.
Honestly, he just keeps showing up.
Yeah.
On the way out and on the way in?
Yes. He knows when I leave the house too.
Right,
he's there
and he's waiting.
with his scones.
Does he do anything, or is he just sort of in the trees taunting?
Yeah, he wears an apron.
Right.
Yeah.
He sounds awful.
Yeah, you don't want to put up with this.
No.
You've got to get some revenge on him as well.
Yeah, I'm trying to think what squirrels don't like. There must be something that... Probably Marmite. I bet they don't like Marmite. Yeah.
I'll do it.
Yeah,
I'll do it.
Just cover everything you own in Marmite.
Yeah, it's over for Tony. It's over.
Yeah, that's good. Well, I'm glad we've been able to help you with that. I can't help with Greg. He's just better at it than you.
No, I'm
You've
just
got
going to
a
have to
face
sort of find my way with
I
him.
hope none of you have enemies. It's a very serious thing. But thank you. I feel like have we answered Lily's question? I hope so. We've got quite deep into this fart egg thing. In which case, Lily, thank you. Can we give Lily a big round of applause? And Richard, if we can give her... There you go. Right, now this is tricky. In fact, do you two want to pick any? Is there anyone, Athena, anyone you think looks particularly like they've got a good question?
It's just, there's some great stretching going on, guys.
There's some amazing stretching.
Some waving going on over
You're going to be
here.
half a foot taller by the end. Oh, no, I hate doing this. Don't make me do it.
That's why I made you do it.
Okay,
Because
I will do it, because there was a boy in a grey T-shirt, he's doing all sorts.
where is he?
It's like dancing on ice,
On
but
the
he
second
sat
row.
down.
Okay, don't worry, back of the room, we'll come to you next.
I'm sorry to everyone else, I want to pick all of you, I'm sorry.
We'll go to... So hello, what's your name?
Harry?
Harry? Yeah, you asked that. Is nobody... Are you all in disguise here today? Because he was like, Harry, is that the name I've been given for this secret mission where I find out everything about hamster farts? Harry, you're not sure, but Harry, and how old are you, Harry?
9.
9? Yeah, well, you're sure about that, that's good. What's your question, Harry?
How do you make fart noises on Alexas?
How do you make fart noises on Alexas?
Well, I know all
this
about
is over
this.
to you, Joz. Yeah.
This was the main reason why I got sacked from my job at Alexa, actually. It was partly about the horrible screeching voice, but also, mainly, I did get to a point of just replying to every single request with a fart noise, which started with people requesting them, because you can get her to do it. If you install a special thing, you can get Alexa to make a fart noise for it. And this was getting so popular, I thought, well, presumably this is all anybody wants to hear. So I started doing them all the time. I'd be getting quite serious questions in, like, it's really important I get up at 9 o'clock, Alexa, please set an alarm at the right time, otherwise I'm going to miss this really important appointment. And I would just make loud fart noises all night so that they didn't get any sleep. Hours and hours of me just going... and them going, please, I've got this really crucial meeting in the morning, please, Alexa, stop it. And I was just having way too much fun. It was great. So I am sorry if that happened to any of you. That was my fault.
They were up at 9, right?
Yeah. They were not rested at all. And I think maybe the meeting didn't go too well. But, I got you there.
That's fine. It was this girl. This girl was very upset, as you see. She's leaving. You kept me up all night with your fart noises. You're now her enemy, Joz.
Oh, great. Well, that's another one for the list. I can move on from Greg and forgive him, and then start from scratch.
Have you ever asked Alexa for farts?
No, I live with fart machines, so I don't need like electronic Alexa.
Yes.
Look, everyone likes an electronic fart, but I like the real thing. I don't like fake farts. I like real farts. It's like, how you get fake plants and real plants? Mm-hmm. Yeah, I like real farts.
Yeah.
I'm not really interested in like electronic fake farts that you can't inhale.
Sure. Yeah, you want the proper acoustic ones that change tone 3 or 4 times.
Yeah.
And have real meaning to them.
You provided a good service.
Yeah, it was there for the people that didn't have access to a real fart. Like there are these people who you've got to try and think about them and make sure everyone can get them. But I agree with you. I think there's something irreplaceable about the real thing.
I should just check, Harry. You haven't got the mic, so you just have to nod or shake your head. Are you unable to do farts? Is that why you need to ask Alexa to do farts for you? No, so I think that's no, he's not able to do
He's not
real
able to,
farts.
right.
Yeah.
Well, in which case, you should definitely rig up your Alexa to be doing them maybe once every hour at home. And don't tell anybody else in your family that you're doing it. Just make sure it takes them by surprise as well. And then it'll give you what you need and it'll entertain your family as well.
Yeah, and if you go around laying eggs around the place as well, they'll think you've got a secret pet hamster.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow. Well, that's... I'm sorry to hear that, Harry, and I do hope you're able to fart soon.
You're okay.
Let's start a GoFundMe, because you know if you can't fart, maybe we could do some fundraising.
Do we need? Oh, hang on. So do we need to? Should we set up a sort of a Help a Harry Fart organisation?
How many people here would support it if we were to set up some kind of Just Giving page? Would people support?
Yeah.
About half of them.
How many of you would be up for a 24-hour celebrity fartathon? Where we get different famous people to fart continuously. Yeah, quite a lot. It's quite popular. Harry, we might be able to help you out here, actually. It'd be nice if we end up doing a good deed from this show.
Yeah, I think so, yeah. Good to do some...
Yeah, we could do all sorts. Somebody could fart their way across the channel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
On a lino.
On a lino, yeah. You just lino until
it would be easier to do that with one very long continuous fart all the way across the channel, or lots of little small ones like a sort of outboard motor, like.
I think it depends on the weather.
Yeah.
A nice calm day, one long.
Yeah, just a
stormy to get over every wave. You need a few consistent.
Yeah, but if it's a bit choppy, a bit stormy, then you might need a bit more power.
Yeah. Well, and I think we could possibly get some really famous people to stand by, so you do like call out saying, you know, I'm here with a group of children who haven't farted now for 3 whole weeks.
Oh.
Please help them by sending in your beans.
Who would you want to see fronting it?
Oh, that's a good question. Who do you think farts the...
Joel Dommett, I bet he does big
Joel
farts.
Dommett probably farts quite a lot. Yeah. I think Taylor Swift does some pretty incredible farts. Yeah. That's why she's always shaking it off. She's just trying to get,
of course,
getting the fart out. Yes. Well, look, Harry, I hope we've answered your question, but also I really hope we can help you. We'll speak to you maybe after the show and we'll see if we can organise a Help a Harry Fart. We've obviously got lots of people on board, so thank you, Rich, if you could please give that. Please give Harry a big round of applause for his answer, his question, sorry. We are racing through these questions. We've still got time for quite a few more. Oh my goodness. Right, just you're jumping up and down. You've got a little bow on your head and a very sparkly unicorn.
Oh, yeah.
So, Richard, can we have there? Oh, some very impressive jumping you're doing there. Just in the middle. What I'm doing is I'm choosing people most awkward for Richard, just to let you know. Thank you, Richard. Right, so what's your name?
Ira.
Ira, you're a what?
6.
Oh, right, great. So you're a 6. Nice to meet you. And Ira, you're 6. And what is your question, Ira? If you could ask us anything in the world.
How does a Tesla fart?
How does a Tesla fart?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
As in the car?
As in the car, yeah. I mean, I guess so. Unless Tesla's also a unit of electricity measurement?
Yeah, probably not that.
No.
The car? Oh.
You give us a nod. Did you mean a car? Yes.
Well, I've never driven a Tesla. Have either of you ever been in a Tesla? Have you been in a Tesla?
They're so great. They've got like this massive TV in the front, and if someone's in front of your car, you don't have to look through the windscreen of your car to see them. You can see them on the screen.
Wow.
Imagine that. Imagine how many lives have been saved because people are looking at the screen instead of the windscreen.
So you just never need to pay any attention to the real world at all anymore.
You can just close your eyes. It's amazing. But going back to the question, now it's a very important question. I feel very strongly about this because everyone says the Tesla is a zero emissions vehicle. That's what they say. You buy it and they go, by the way, it's zero emissions. We know it's not zero emissions, and this lovely lady knows because they fart like troopers. Okay,
sure,
like troopers. It's like a brass band going around the M25. It's ridiculous, right? So. How do they fart? I've forgotten. I'm so angry. I forgot. How do they fart?
Is it a deliberate design feature, or are they doing it? Are they not supposed to?
They're supposed to because that's how they work, but they don't want you to know that.
Oh, okay.
They fart the same way we fart. Okay. They don't run just on electricity. Okay.
Right.
They run on stale curries.
Right, and beans.
Yes, stale bean curries.
Right. So when you see them plugged in on the street to those meters, that's not electricity that they're being plugged into, that's just beans being shot straight in.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, that is...
what can we do about it? Can we write to Elon Musk and demand that he does something about it?
I think we should.
Because he's so busy trying to get to space and live on the moon, and maybe actually his focus should be down here on his farting cars.
That's how you'd fire a rocket into space.
That's probably why he's doing it. Yeah, of course.
It does make sense. Wow. Sorry, Athena, how does it sound just like a normal fart? Or a Tesla fart?
Because they're supposed to be silent, aren't they?
Silent but violent, guys.
Right.
Silent but violent. Yeah.
Well, there you go. So just don't, you shouldn't anyway, but don't stand sort of too behind a Tesla.
Yeah.
I think is probably the...
And if you know anybody who drives one, then probably just be wary of them for a while until they've got out of the car, because that's going to hang around for a while. So maybe find a room in your house and stick them in it for a bit until that's cleared.
Wow.
And then invite them in.
Wow, I'm definitely not inviting a Tesla around my house. I've got a telly already, so it doesn't make any sense. Well, listen, thank you very much, Ira, and I'll give Ira a big round of applause for her question. There you go. Now, I'm going to be slightly... Does anyone have a question that is not fart-based? Let's see if anyone... Right, and now, Charles, I'm going to put you on the spot. Is there anyone whose non-fart based question you would like to answer.
There's some very eager questioning going down at the front here in the stripy top.
Oh my goodness! Security! No, it's fine. It's fine.
There's been some windmilling going on there, so I think someone very
this
keen.
one here is about to jump on the stage.
Yeah, I think so.
This isn't your enemy, is it? This isn't Greg.
No, I don't think so. I don't think that's
I'm just
Greg.
checking before he gets too close. In which case, Richard, this man here, what's your name?
Gabriel.
Oh, so hang on, let's say into the microphone. What's your name?
Gabriel.
Gabriel, nice to meet you, Gabriel. And how old are you?
5.
5, excellent. And what is your question, Gabriel?
Why do people fart?
Why do people fart?
Okay.
And what I like about that is that Gabriel said this isn't about farting.
Yeah.
It's about people farting.
Yeah, which is completely different.
This is a question about
This is
humanity.
a question about humanity, yeah.
It's not about farts themselves. It's about humanity and how we operate as a species, and that's very deep. It's a very important ask there, Gabriel. So was it? Sorry, Gabriel. Was it how or why? Why do people fart?
Why?
Wow.
Well, I think this comes down to enemies again. I think sometimes in life, when you've got your Tony the Squirrels or your Gregs, and you're struggling to work out an easy way to get some kind of comeuppance against them, whether that's putting eggs in their tea or trying to steal a cake off them, that kind of thing, I think the fart was developed by humanity as a way of easily removing people that you want to get some kind of comeuppance against. It's hassle-free, it just gets them out of the way, no questions asked, and that's sort of I think it's a defence mechanism, really, isn't it?
Sure, yeah.
It's to protect us from people that we don't want around.
But you're forgetting the other thing too. The other reason why we've continued to fart is because the economy depends on it.
Yeah,
okay?
Sure.
There's an economy attached to farting. Okay, for example, because of farts, we need air fresheners. Okay, that's money. Okay, because of farts, we have the NHS. Because farts are often connected to other kind of stomach issues. Okay, and if we didn't have farts, we wouldn't be sick. And if we weren't sick, we wouldn't have the NHS. And they are the largest employers in this country. No NHS, no employment. Right?
Yeah.
You get there.
So
it's capitalism.
You ask a technical question, you get a technical answer.
So
Okay.
can I just clarify what you're saying is everyone in this audience needs to fart for the country?
Yeah.
Inflation. Why is they calling it inflation?
Of course, of course.
Because it's all to do with farting. Okay?
So at the moment inflation's
Yeah.
rising. Are you not farting enough?
There's not enough farting, Tiernan.
Let those farts out.
Yeah.
For the people, don't do it in front of Harry. He'll get jealous. But the rest of you do it for the country.
We should do a rally. We should do it all on our doorsteps, like we did before with the clapping.
Just fart.
Every
Yes.
Thursday, we should go out on our doorsteps and all fart
Yeah.
to raise awareness and to celebrate the economy, get it going again. I think it would be a really important thing to do.
That's really good because when you had to clap, all of you had to be outside. But with this one, you just stick your butt out the window.
Yeah.
So you can
Yes.
you can watch EastEnders
Yeah,
while
it's
you do
much
it.
And also,
easier.
it'll make the people you live with happier because you're not making them
You're
have
sending
to
it
go with the
outdoors.
Yeah.
fart. Yeah. That'd sound beautiful, just farts echoing through the streets in celebration.
Yeah.
Yeah. I wonder if we can tie that into the fartathon.
That's probably it would be a great launch for Harry's
I really feel that. So I
fartathon.
don't know if you're all working. Obviously, you're not being very sure of your names or age, and I do wonder if you've all been sent here by the United Fart Authorities. But I feel like we're creating something wonderful, and I do appreciate it. So we're farting. People fart for the economy. People fart to deal with enemies.
Yeah.
Sometimes, I guess you've also got to fart for music.
Yeah, of course. Some of the greatest songs in history, I think, would not have been the songs that they are if somebody hadn't come in and played the farts. They're often not credited.
Yeah.
If you look up who made a certain song, it will say who played the piano and who played the guitar, and you'll never see it say, and this was the person doing the farts on the song. And that's because people feel a bit embarrassed about it. But probably all of your favourite songs had somebody in there that was just doing the farts, and that creates the right texture for the music, doesn't it?
I mean, so many songs started off being about farts, but they changed them. So, for example, "Fart Me to the Moon," I Believe I Can Fart,"
Candle in the Fart.
That's weird. I'm interested in Candle in the Fart. I'm surprised it didn't go for Fart in the Wind.
It was odd, but he just followed his muse, and it led him to where.
Yeah, I've
where
always
he
liked
ended up.
Farter's Delight. That's one of my classics.
That's really good.
Yeah, there's some wow.
Farter's Paradise.
Farter's Paradise. That is another very, very famous song. Yeah. Yes, you're right. It's endless, isn't it?
Yeah, every single song, I think,
obviously, all
started.
of Beethoven's movements were about farts.
Yeah. Well, I think it's a rule in music that you have the first draft of your song has to be about farts because it's the great universal subject. As we've proved today, it's the one thing that we all want to know more about.
Brings everyone together, doesn't it? And also equally makes them all run away and leave a room. Yeah. Wow. Well, Gabriel, I hope that's answered your question. Does that answer your question? Yes, he looks quite...
I knew it would be an important one.
You made yourself a moustache out of a bit of paper, so I feel like you're content. That is what we want. Right, well, I don't think we haven't got much more time. Let me just, if you could give these to Gabriel. Please, can we give Gabriel a big round of applause for his fart question? We are getting close to the end of being able to take questions, so I want to choose someone right at the very, very back. Let's see. This is tricky.
Very good question.
This is very hard. I went right in the corner, all the way up there, Richard, in the black jacket. Yeah, there you go. Let's see. You have to be loud. So, what's your name?
Kian.
Kian?
Yeah.
Yeah? So, Kian, how old are you, Kian?
7.
7, and what is your question, Kian?
How do microphones work?
How do microphones work?
Yeah.
Well, that's a good question. I've never used one before. Very good question. Thank you. And it is also interesting how, while the question being about farts, that's given everyone the most relief so far. This is a big question for me, because I don't know about you guys, I've never used a microphone.
Before today?
Yeah.
This is your first microphone?
What? Oh my goodness! What?
Tina's using a microphone, guys.
Hey!
Yeah.
No!
Can I just say you're doing really well? You're doing really well.
Yeah, you're doing fantastic.
Wow. I feel so silly. I have no idea. Wow, I just thought it was like a funky carrot.
No?
No?
You're using it right now. You've been using it this whole time. We're very proud of you.
Yeah.
Wow.
You've smashed it.
Well, that's blown my mind, guys. I had no idea. How does it... So it's connected to a snake. Is that right?
Well, no, the snake just transports the signal to a speaker over there. But how it actually works is, inside this bit, the reason it's this shape is because there is a tiny human inside this handle bit. It looks like a handle. And the human repeats everything that we say, but louder. So what I'm saying now is then being said by this little guy in here. He can do a perfect impression of me, and that goes down the cable and then comes out of the speaker so they can hear it louder.
So
that's how it
can
works.
you just pull the microphone away from your mouth? I want to hear how loud you are normally.
But then when I put it here, then you can hear it.
And that's just a little person shouting away?
Yeah. Tiny little elf. And you guys will have ones in your ones there.
Yeah, and you can't actually use a microphone for more than an hour because they get hungry.
They get very tired.
And thirsty. So we actually have to, after this, we'll take them out and we'll take them to the toilet and we'll sit them on the loo. They're too small for a toilet. They've got little potties, little tiny microphone potties, and they use them, and then we give them a snack, and then they have to do like Bryn Turf or whoever's next. I don't know.
We should probably check on them all now, actually. Should we check? Should we just see how they're doing?
Silly. This might be. I apologise, everyone, if I'm about to ask a silly question. You've had so many sensible ones. I apologise. Mine's silly. Is that why it's called like microphone?
Yeah.
Is this Mike?
That's his name. Yeah, they're all called Mike.
Mike, yeah.
Oh my goodness! Hey, Mike!
Hello, Mike.
Mike, what's up, man?
Are you okay in there?
How's it going? Yeah, really good.
That's good.
I'm very tired.
This one's saying, what, you're going to strike? What? You're not getting paid enough? Hold on. Oh, wow, he's unionised.
Good for him. Fair enough. Good for him.
Wow.
Yeah. How was it meant to be? I was meant to be doing a show in the Royal Festival Hall. All right, Mike.
Right. Chill out.
All right. Wow.
Keep it social. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Per se was all right.
Yeah, it's pretty nice. Well, there you go. So, and then they shout it, and what it travels.
They shout it. It travels all the way down. Well, there's another one person inside this cable who's very, very long, very, very thin.
Right.
Worm-like, basically.
Right.
That's the reason I'd heard that worm fart earlier on. Is because of all the time I spent hanging around with microphones. So there's a very long worm that then transports it down here, and then you guys can hear it.
But the most important part of this, and I'm sorry, it has to be said, the worm is farting.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah. That's how it travels. We didn't want to talk about farts.
I can't believe we come back to it. I thought we'd got away from it, but obviously it's inevitable.
No, every question.
Everything is farts, yeah.
It'll all come back around.
Wow. And then who's in the speaker? Are there people in the speakers, or am I just being ridiculous?
I've actually never investigated the speaker side of things. I don't really know how that works.
Wow.
Yeah, I know.
Really? What is it?
I can tell you, but then I wouldn't be the only person that knew.
Yeah, I suppose you'd lose.
Sure,
Yeah.
Is it? Can I just? Was it Kian? That was right, wasn't it? Kian. Just for Kian's sake, can you kind of? Do you grow your own microphone? Do you capture? Do you keep like a pet? How do you do it?
I mean, capture's just a harsh word.
Yeah, I didn't want to.
Yeah,
that does sound very mean. I
you
should take that.
interview and then you hire the best candidate.
Oh, sure, okay.
But I think they live in warrens under the ground like rabbits.
Sure.
So you've got to go down there to meet with them and interview and all that kind of thing.
Right. And I suppose you can hear them because they're really loud.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. They've got deafening voices, tiny little things, but so loud. You can tell now. The whole room can hear them.
Wow.
What kind of questions did you ask your mic in the mic interview?
I asked it to do an impression of me, and then I just had to make sure that it was always going to say the things that I wanted to say. I didn't ever want it to happen that I was sat here on stage saying what I wanted, and then he was going to make it sound really embarrassing. So, for instance, if I were to sit here and go, "I'm really stinky," I didn't say that. I didn't say that. I didn't say I'm really stinky. My microphone is revolting against me and making it sound like... This is not fair, guys. I didn't say that I'm really stinky, but then... I'm going to have a word with this. I'm really sorry, guys, about this. You guys talk amongst yourselves.
I'm sorry you have to witness this. Lollapalooza! Oh my goodness, Mike.
He said he'll calm down. He said he won't do it again. I'm so sorry about it. What did you ask yours?
I asked it not to say the word dangly.
Yeah. He just did it.
God, Mike. Mike.
We're having a nightmare with these.
Don't go on strike, you're fired.
Yeah.
You're fired. All right. Dangly.
I'm so sorry. If you need to close your ears, it's completely understandable. Yeah, this is awful.
No, dangly.
Wow. Well, I'm very sorry. That's probably the question we're going to have to end this on. And I should just say, firstly, can we give a big round of applause to Kian for his non-fart-based question there? Thank you very much. If you give that, thank you, Richard. I still haven't had my coffee. Linda, where's my coffee, Linda? This is ridiculous. Oh, it's a coffee. It's got socks in it! This is ridiculous! well, this is ridiculous. This hasn't been... You've all asked such important questions. Thank you very much for coming along today. I really appreciate it. Thank you very much for your endless fart questions, Harry. I'm so sorry, and I do hope that one day you're able to fart. Listen, if you haven't... Lots of you had your hands up. Again, I don't know how many of you needed wheeze or just need to know more about farts, but if you do have more questions, please get your wheezing cheesehead wallies, grown-ups, to help you. Email us at podcast@comedyclubforkids.co.uk and it will be answered on the podcast. If you haven't listened to Radio Nonsense before, check it out. Our Halloween episode has come out today, where I'm speaking to a very special guest who is tour guide Dracula, who is definitely not a vampire in any way. And also, I haven't brought any merch with me, but if you would like one of these t-shirts, then there'll be that, and you can just scan it with your phone and find it, and there's a code there for 10% off too, and it will get sent straight to you. Now, listen, thank you very much for coming. Thank you very much for your questions. Before you go, please can you get out for two fantastic experts. We've got Charles here, we've got Athena. Thank you so much for taking time out of your busy schedules. You want to go back to the slides after this, or? I'm
going to go back to the slides.
Sure.
Important work needs to continue.
Well, thank you very much. And Giles,
I'm going to try and get my job back as the voice of Alexa, because I just think I was doing a really great job and helping people out, so I'm going to try and get back in there.
Well, thank you very much. Listen, thank you both so much. Thank you for coming along. Thank you very much to your wheezing cheesehead wallies for bringing you along. It's very impressive. And listen, I'm going to leave some Comedy Club for Kids stickers at the front here. You can all come and grab one of those if you like. Hopefully, I'm going to go and get a coffee from somewhere. I've been Tina G. This has been our first ever Radio Nonsense Live, so thank you so much for listening. Thank you so much for coming along. Thank you so much for your questions. And we'll see you soon. Goodbye!
You have been listening to Comedy Club for Kids presents. Radio Nonsense, Radio Nonsense, Radio Nonsense, Radio Nonsense, Radio Nonsense. It's the end. Honestly, how many questions about farts can you even have? They were all great questions, though. Thank you to absolutely everyone who asked them, especially the boy who said he wasn't going to ask a question about farts and then still asked a question about farts. Hopefully, we will get to do another live show soon. I may have to put a limit on fart questions, a fart cap, if that happens. Is that a cap that you wear on your bum? Very hard to say. And was that Linda that guessed it? We just don't know. Who knows? Was it? Maybe. No one's really sure. There is now going to be a little break on this podcast before a whole load of new Radio Nonsense episodes that will come a little bit into 2023. But if you want to email in with questions or anything at all in the meantime, then do get your wheezing cheese-headed burp wallies. I'm sorry, grown-ups, to help you email us at podcast@comedyclubforkids.co.uk. Check out our live shows, as we have absolutely loads next year, and you can check them at comedyclubforkids.co.uk, and our t-shirts and books are on sale at comedyclubforkids.store. I will see you all. Actually, I won't see you all. It's audio, isn't it? I'll hear you all. No, you will hear me. I don't know where you are or what you look like. You'll hear me in 2023, and may I wish you a very snappy blue rear. Sorry, I mean a nappy poo smear. Oh no, that's disgusting. Sorry. I mean, I and all the stinky hippos, and Linda maybe, wish you a yappy new ear. Bye! You have been listening to Comedy Club for Kids presents. Radio nonsense, radio nonsense, radio nonsense, radio nonsense, radio nonsense. It's the end.